Okay, so this is the teacher's manual, and it is a pretty thick book, as you can see. And the lessons, I will do a more detailed flip through if someone asks me to see more of like what the inside looks like. And as far as like the front, there's a lot of good resources in here when it comes to teaching and stuff. I've read a lot of good things in here. So the first thing, I don't really know if this card came from all about spelling or all about reading, and I've done a couple of levels of both, so I don't really know which one it came, but I've always used it as a bookmark. But it says, success is the sum of all small efforts repeated day in and day out. And I really like this quote because in the beginning of my homeschooling journey, I didn't really notice how much I was doing. It felt really hopeless sometimes at times, and I was like, I'm just not able to teach her. She'll never be able to read. I'm failing. I can't get it done. And then before I know it, a year passes by and she's reading amazingly. Okay, so this is the lesson. Oh no, this is not the lesson we did. This is the lesson we did. So lesson 37, the sound of you. So it always gives you a before you begin area. It tells you what pages you need out of the student workbook, which phonics cards, word cards you need, the cards, the shape. I'll show you in just a second. It gives you a part for you to read so that you understand what it is you're teaching. Then it dives into the lessons. So what I like about it, it is very scripted. So you review phonogram cards, your word cards, and your previous concepts. So I'll show you that in a second, what that means. Then you build this word on your tile board, which you'll see us do. And then you go through the steps. It's very scripted. This is what you say. This is what you do. This is what you do. It gives you little games to play to help to teach. It's very scripted. You follow through, and it makes you sound like you know what you're doing. It comes with an activity sheet out of the student activity book. You have flashcards to practice, leap words. These are the words that follow different rules. And then you have your fluency sheets. Then you read a story, read a story or a poem. She's not upset, I promise. She just likes to yell. And then we don't do that during our lesson. For us, we don't, like, when I get to this part, I don't go stop and read because we do a family read out loud, so I just count that as that. And then mark your progress chart, which is one of Elena's favorite parts, but I forget a lot. But it's really helpful. It makes you feel very completed seeing those stickers fall up, because when you start at the beginning and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm way over here. Okay, so I'm going to put my card here because that is our lesson for tomorrow. So then you get this lovely, phonics card box or word box. I'm not really sure what it's called, but so our spelling is back here, and this is actually our previous spelling. I haven't swapped it out because we haven't started level 2 yet, but this is all of our reading cards. So, and you get the phonogram cards that you need to review. You would put them behind there, the ones you've mastered and the ones for future lessons. And throughout the teacher's manual, it prompts you to talk about, like, to review this or that. And then you have all these word cards. So these are the ones we've mastered. These are the ones that are for the future lessons. And they all follow different rules. So, like, they're grouped into what lesson you learned. So they'll never just get a flashcard that they don't know the rule behind how to read that. So I really like that. And the phonogram cards look something like this. So this is the one in the lesson we do today. That's the side the student sees. Then the back says this. Now, from doing the spelling part of it, she already knew all 3 sounds of you, but it gives you the keywords for, because when I started doing this, I was public schooled, so I didn't actually learn the sound, like, what that little smiley face meant line or that, but now teaching her, I know it's yeah, so even I had to learn that, but kind of fake it till you make it. So we learned that today, so I'm just going to put that back there. And then I just wanted to show you what the fluency sheets look like. You have your new words that you learn, compound words, phrases, and then you get sentences like this. So for Elena, I just let her skip to the, I promise you she's fine. She's just probably making noises at her brother. So I let her skip to the, because she's really good, so I let her skip to the last one. I don't make her do this, but in the beginning when we started, it was very helpful for her to say, there has been a strong breeze, because she would make mistakes. So we would correct the mistake in the first one, and by the time she gets to this part, she hasn't made any mistakes here, and now she just has to focus on that. And by the time she got to the third one, she's, you know, pretty confident in what she's saying. But as of now, I only make her read the last sentence. But that could change depending on what we learn. If she's struggling more, I'll make her do the whole thing. And then over here on our magnetic board, we have syllable tiles. So we learned all the words that go with these different types of syllables. Other tiles, the basic alphabet. It comes with vowel teams. We've only got one so far. Consonant teams and the sound of So all these make the sound. And then this is magnetic. So if for spelling, she can just pull them up, or it just works like that. Okay, ma'am. So we are going to be learning about the third sound of U. Do you remember the 3 sounds of U? Yep, U, So we're learning about the third sound, which is Yep, gotcha. Alright, so on the board, let's start with the first word, which is
popcorn.
Popcorn. So how many syllables are in popcorn?
2.
2, gotcha. So separate it. Alright, and I want you to label the type of syllable each one is. Let's start with pop. What kind of syllable is that? Yeah, it has an O vowel, but over here, use your syllable tags, and I want you to label each syllable. So, yes, that one is bossy R, because the R is making the O say
O.
Yeah, gotcha. Elijah's over here messing with things.
And I feel like this is a closed syllable.
Very good. That is a closed syllable. Can you tell me why it's a closed syllable?
Because the vowel is in the middle.
The vowel is in the middle. Good job. So can you use one of those P's and move it over to my other word down there? Because I didn't have enough P's to make the word. Okay, so can you tell me what that word is?
It's sleep.
Sleep, it is. And how many syllables are in sleep?
But they're together.
No, tell me how many, not how many vowels, how many syllables do you hear in sleep? Yes, 1 syllable, so you don't have to separate anything on that. Okay, can you tell me what kind of syllable this is? Which syllable tag would you use for sleep?
Sleep?
Mm-hmm.
We should use a EE.
Well, yeah, it is an EE, but like over here.
But with these?
No, over here, you see the syllable tags? This area over here. What kind of syllable is sleep? Is it a bossy R? Is it open? Is it closed? Is it a vowel team? Is it a silent E?
I feel like it's kind of like a closed syllable.
Okay, well it is closed in, but this one's tricky because there's 2 vowels, and what are they doing?
Actually, this one.
Yes, it's a vowel team syllable because it's 2 E's working together to make the long E sound.
But it is a closed one.
Yes, but you only can pick one, so which one is it going to be? Yes, good job. Alright. Alright, so we put all the words back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting with a clean area. Can you build the word push for me, please?
This is a P.
Push.
I'm looking for it.
Now you're putting the 2 together, but you actually have a tile that makes that sound because it's a consonant team. The S and the H are two consonants working together to make what sound? Yes, so use your consonant.
Like if you're talking so much in a library, like really loud, the person, everyone will say,
Librarian. Yep. Okay, so use your consonant team tile.
I forgot it looked like.
Okay, so you hear the U saying push. Okay, so can you switch that P with a B?
Like that P, A, B, a B.
Mm-hmm.
If I see anyone drop, I'll pick them back up. Bush.
Bush, got you. Now can you switch that B with a, oh well, not the B. Can you switch the SH on the end
To a.
with two L's? So put two L's.
Wait, these?
Yes, it will be that kind.
What?
No.
What?
Now remember, we're learning the third sound of U, which is bull.
Bull, like
Yes.
a bully, but a bull.
Yes,
Like
or like a boy cow, which is a bull with horns on his head, and he charges into you. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, but a girl cow doesn't have.
Wrong. Some girl cows can have horns.
Oh.
Do you know Shava didn't know that answer either? But that's common. Most people don't know that. Can you switch the B for a P?
B back to a P.
Yeah, back to a P. What?
Pull.
Pull. Yeah.
Like if you're pulling a rope
Yep.
to save someone.
Yep. And can you take those two L's away and put a T?
Don't say T.
Mm-hmm. Put. So do you hear that sound? So what is the long sound of U?
You can put. I'm just putting your name quickly.
Okay, so what is the long sound of U?
You.
The long sound. Remember the long?
You.
Yes, exactly. The long sound always says its name.
Two.
Can you stand still, Miss Popping Around? Not poot, child.
But if it
What is the short sound of U? And then the third sound we just learned about is No, like that's disgusting.
Like ew.
Not ew. Say it with me. You,
You.
Good job.
Teacher.
I'm your mom, child. Alright, so I'm going to say two syllables, okay? And I want you to guess what word I'm saying. Drag.
Drag.
On.
Dragon.
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 Wag. On.
Wagon.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Bacon. Okay, so look, I'm going to build this word bacon, okay? Move your hand, please. B-A-C-O-N. Okay, so you see bacon?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to separate it into syllables. Where would you separate it at?
Like, we'll separate it like bacon.
Yes, we would separate it right there in the middle. So what kind of syllable is B-A?
Ba.
No, out of your syllable tags, what is it? Is it a bossy R? Is it closed, open, silent
open.
E? Yes, it's open. Now this one, what kind is that?
It's closed.
It's closed. Good job. Now,
Like my hand.
now when I say I'm going to make waffles, eggs, and bacon, doesn't it sound like I'm just saying B-A-C-N? Bacon. Bacon. So, in conversation, we just say bacon, bacon, but it's spelled bacon, okay? So that's one of those tricky words. If you ever have to spell bacon or read bacon, it's bacon, bacon. But we don't say it like that, do we?
No.
We just say we're going to eat some bacon. Okay? All right. So when we say this word in everyday conversation, the sound of O gets muffled because we say the word bacon so fast. The word sounds like bacon in normal speech. So when you sound out a two-syllable word like this, you can get very close to the correct pronunciation. Sound out each syllable and then say the syllables together like a normal word. Okay, so we're going to play a little game, right? It's called a dragon and a wagon. Okay?
A dragon in a wagon?
A dragon and a wagon. Now I just got to find...
I believe I'm right about how to play.
You believe you're right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
Like you put the people in the wagon, but you have to do something.
Okay, so here's a wagon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have all these. Put it down. Face up.
So he is full. I'm gonna shut it in this room.
So what did you have to do? Feed the dragon. What? Say it again.
Feed the dragon until he's full.
Oh my goodness.
He's done.
Okay, what do you have to do next?
I'm gonna do the honey.
Read it out loud to me.
Push the bulldog. Push the bulldog into the bush.
Aw. Don't push him into the bush. Poor guy. Okay, so you're finished with lesson 37, so
yeah,
go ahead and add your
and
sticker.
my mom forgot to record that, so here you go, 37. Gobble the frog out.
So sometimes we do forget, Mommy does forget to tell you to put your sticker on, so sometimes you have to put 3 at a time, don't you? Mm-hmm. Okay, you've gotten pretty far, you're almost done. Alright, bye.